ComicFinds, the final frontier of comic reading. These are the tales of this channel. Its 5-episode mission to explore strange new comics, to seek out new stories and new genres, to boldly display art and exciting literature where no readers have gone.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of ComicFinds. I am your host and captain of this ship, Chuck Chuckster. Hang on. What is that? Ensign, Alexa, red alert.
Aye, Captain.
Friggin' Klingons. Ridiculous. We're doing an episode here. We're doing an episode. Ridiculous. You know what? I'm tired of them. Ensign, Alexa, photon torpedoes. Aim for the weapons. You can have the bridge. I'm going to the holodeck. Computer, Earth, 2023. Studio, YouTube, ComicFinds. Yes, welcome to ComicFinds episode number 5. My channel is constantly growing, and I told you it's going to be growing. And I'm here to make sure that you find something new and exciting every time you visit. Whether you're a fan of superheroes, sci-fi, horror, or any other genre, my selection is for everyone. Again, I've been blessed to have 3 comic book stores close by, which I was able to find short boxes, long boxes, and the amazing dollar bin. Today's book of the day is, it's kind of obvious, Star Trek, but it also has Cyclops. It is a crossover book of Star Trek and X-Men together by Marvel and also produced by Paramount Studios. It is written by Scott Lobdell. Yeah, we'll edit it later. The writer is Scott Lobdell. It is a 40-page book, and I could tell you from the very beginning, for $3. This is all I paid for it. $3. The story is amazing. It starts off with the amazing Captain Kirk, Spock, and my boy Bones on the Starship Enterprise going to a space anomaly by a planet that Captain Kirk lost a couple of his friends, okay? I don't want to go too much into detail because I want you guys to read this book. But while the Enterprise is in orbit around this planet, there's a drift or some black hole, if I want to put it at that. And then a ship out of nowhere just comes out of it, you know? And the ship is not known to them. They've never seen this vessel at all. Nobody knows what it is. Uhura is trying to find out, give out communications. Nobody's picking up. There's no answer. The ship looks like it's in a drift. Captain Kirk thinks as fast as he can, is like, put a tractor beam on that ship. As soon as the tractor beam goes out, it just blows up. Then another ship comes out, and here we go. It's triple the size of the entire Starship Enterprise. And if you're a comic book fan of the 90s, you will definitely recognize that ship as this the Shi'ar vessel, which is from the cartoon in the 90s of the X-Men, which is the Shi'ar, which is Charles Xavier's girlfriend, who's the princess to that place. You could recognize that ship anywhere. Comes into the orbit, and Kirk's like, oh my god, what's going on? Apparently space is not as uncrowded as he thought it was. So he stays there, also tries to make communication with that ship now. Of course, there's no answer. And then out of nowhere, a missile or a projectile comes right out of the Shi'ar vessel. And Spock's looking at it, getting ready for the impact. Shields are being raised, and then it just stops. And then out of nowhere, here we go. My man, Gladiator, from the Shi'ar Empire, basically gets out there, stops, and he's like, this place is mine. I'm claiming it. This space, this area, these planets, this solar system, it's mine. Spock is just amazed, like, how is this guy in space without any suit, no nothing, and what's going on? So Captain Kirk is trying to figure it out as well, and out of nowhere, Gladiator decides to just punch the Enterprise. And Captain Kirk's like, did he just punch my ship? and they back off because they don't know what's going on. So Bones is like, okay, I'm going to go to the sickbay now because it's going to get wild. And then Spock is going to look around the ship because he has a hunch that something's going on. You know, he knew that there was people inside the ship and now they're gone, and he's like, they got to be hiding somewhere in the ship. He's just going with his Vulcan hunch. Okay? His ears were tingling. All right? So Spock does wind up with finding the X-Men inside of some kind of cargo area. He just had that gut feeling, and Spock finds him. And of course, Wolverine is basically going throughout the ship trying to figure out all information, like where am I, what's going on, because they just came through the drift. And he comes back and he reports to Cyclops, hey, this is place that's called the Enterprise. This is the ship. They don't have any superpowers type of stuff, and I think we could take them if we wanted to. We need to take a ship, we'll take it. So that's, you know, how Wolverine is. But Spock sees them and he's like, you're not doing any of that stuff. And then Wolverine's like, yeah, bub, let's go. So what does Wolverine do? Charges. That's what my man does. He just charges forward, claws out. And again, what does my man Spock do? Real quick. Boom. Wolverine's down. Okay? It goes through a whole lot of fun, exciting, action-packed parts. This is a story you need to read. I don't want to talk too much on this, but it does involve Captain Kirk's friend that was left on this planet that he keeps thinking about in the back of his head. It does go with the galactic power of the Shi'ar, and it's a great story. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil it. You guys, pick it up. $3. I got it at my place. Get it on eBay. Enjoy this story. And for the love of comics, keep reading. And as my man Spock would say, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.